Hey everyone, here we are back again after a long time disappear. We are sorry for that. We will always be with you with full passion, with full determination to help you understand more on dental topics, which will help you for sure in your board exam. Let's go. First of all, don't worry about the arrangement of prosthodontic videos. I will I will arrange them in a playlist to be coincident with the clinical steps. I choose the shade selection topic to be our first video to start with. I wanted to start with light content to be more easy to start our study. So let's start our topic, which is shade selection. This video will be mainly about the color science. It will not be about the clinical steps in the clinic to select the shade. So we will start by monsell color system. Like you see in the photo, we have three components for this system. First component is hue. Hue means the color itself or the color family. For example, if I say yellow color, red color, green color. Second component is chroma. Chroma means the color saturation or color intensity. Like if I want to describe the uh, the the blue color, the blue color starts with good dull grayish blue color to purple color to pure blue color. This is the chroma of the blue, the color saturation or the intensity of the blue color. Value. What value means? It means the lightness or darkness of the color. It starts from 0 to 10 or 100. 0 refers to dark object or pure black color, and 10 or even 100 refers to pure white. So if I say the object is or the object has a high value, it means the object is lighter in color. If I say the object is with low value, it means the object is more darker in color. So you have to understand the three components of monsell color system. We're gonna use them later on while taking the shade selection, while talking about the light effect on shade selection. I have an important note. The most important component of monsell color system will be value. So later on, when I tell you how to select the shade of your restoration, you will start by the value, not by the chroma, not by the hue. We start by value. The effect of light source. We will talk about three more three important vocabs: metamerism, fluorescence, and opalescence. Metamerism. Here in the photo, we have one object with one color, but under different lighting sources, it gives different colors. So metamerism means color appears different or the object appears different under different lighting sources. Same object with different colors under different lighting source. This is metamerism. If the light temperature was high, the object gives more bluish color, like in the left object. And if it was low temperature, the object will appear more reddish, like in the right object. 5500 K is the ideal color temperature or the ideal light temperature, white light or white color. CRI means color rendering index. It's the light ability to illuminate different colors using numbers from 0 to 10. The most ideal color is 100% CRI. We will get the best, or we will extract the best color from the object. So white light is the ideal for shade observation, and white light characteristics is are 5500K and 100% CRI. Second vocab is fluorescence. Fluorescence means how an object can emit the visible light when exposed to ultraviolet light. Our natural teeth has good fluorescence ability. Is that clinically applicable? Yes, it's applicable. I can identify the composite restoration by the ultraviolet light, or during bracket cementation I have extra composite pieces, I want to remove them after bonding of the brackets. How can I identify the extra pieces of composite? By the ultraviolet light. A material with better fluorescence ability will attempt to match the tooth color more closely, and here in the first photo we can see the composite restoration, and here I use this ability if I want to remove the excess composite during bonding of orthodontic brackets. Opalescence is the third vocab and last one. Like you see in the photo, this is an object. It's exposed to light. It appears blue. It appears to your eye as blue, and on the other surface by red. What does this mean? The light effect of translucent material appearing blue in the reflected light. Reflected light means the light which is reflected by the object to your eye. And red-orange in transmitted light in hue. Short wavelength, which is blue light, scatters within the tooth, so it appears blue in your eye, while long wavelength, which is the red light, will pass through the object to the other side, so it appears red. Do we need opalescence? Yes, we need it. During crown fabrication, especially in the incisor edge, I wanna make it more translucent for better aesthetics. Characterization. Characterization means reproducing natural defects or natural characteristics on our crown. Tooth is not just a blank shade of white without characterization. I have more than one shade on the surface of the tooth, from the incisor 1/3 to the middle 1/3, and for the cervical 1/3. So while shade selection, we look for the value at first. We detect the value from the middle 1/3 of the crown. Then chroma secondly from the cervical 1/3 of the crown. At last we look for the hue in the incisal 1/3 of the crown. So the most important component is value and the least important component is the hue. I do characterization. Why? To make the crown or make the restoration very similar to the natural teeth. This is done by either staining or glazing. What does staining means? Staining is adding more color stains to the crown. This leads to loss of fluorescence and increased metamerism, and the most important change will be in the value. It leads to decreased value. It makes the crown or the restoration more dark. Glazing is not a changing of the color as treating the surface texture. So glazing is related to surface texture, not the color. We use the glazing to make our crown look more natural. So in this slide, I wanna make you focus on the effect of staining. Staining, you add colors to make the object more dark with low value. So clinically, we can only add color. Adding color means adding stains and making the object or making the crown looks more darker with low or decreased value. So this process is not a reverse process. We can't make the object more lighter, but I can only make the object more darker. So if you are confused by two shades, you don't know what shade would you pick up. You will take the lower saturation or lower chroma and high value, because we can't go back from dark to light. We move from light to dark. Crown delivery, we will talk about it in a separate video later on, but I want to make you notice and focus on the arrangement of the steps before crown delivery. First, you reassure your shade for aesthetics, then proximal contact. If it was open, we give the restoration back to the lab. If it was heavy, we can readjust it to seat the crown. Then margins and resistance and retention form, then fitting, then occlusion, then contour, and finally cementation. Here I want to tell you that we can't check the occlusion before checking the proximal contact. If the proximal contact was heavy, this means that the restoration is not fully seated, so the occlusion will be early or premature. So we will check the proximal contact and then margin, resistance, and retention, fitting, then occlusion. So you should make this in order. Don't make a step before the other one. Here we finish our video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in another video. This is the first video in the orthodontic series. Wait us, we are gonna make another interesting ones for you. Thank you and goodbye.